come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
And another.
Hey, Bucky.
VOCHLONBARDI, man. I just appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. I can't say how thrilled I am every time I get to come in here and do a show on the Bleacher Report. Y'all be sure download the app. I'm sure you got it already because you got to be watching me somehow. Okay, but if you haven't downloaded the Bleacher Report app, tell a friend. Download the Bleacher Report app. Tap in with the Cowboys tab, NFL tab, and NFL Draft tab because I'll be popping out and showing y'all at any given time on those tabs. And just follow me, Voch Lombardi, on Twitter and YouTube. A lot of fun stuff goes down over there too. Now, let me take a sip of water. And let me look at my opposite screen that I'm about to share with you. There's treachery afoot. You know, we go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at 6 p.m. Central. Unless I called in sick or something. And you know, we fill up some of that time doing mock drafts. Just in case this is your first time being here, we fill up some of that time doing mock drafts, right? So we'll talk about Dane Brugler, you know, Daniel Jeremiah's and Mel Kipers. What y'all hearing? You know what I'm saying? We'll hear from those guys. Todd McShay came out and saying, you know, and said some things. So we'll try to figure out what you know, where he's going with his. Man, I was looking up some mock drafts. And, you know, I saw Bucky Brooks popped up in there. And I don't always go to Bucky Brooks's mocks. You know what I'm saying? I don't always tap in with his mock drafts, but I didn't have any other to watch. It is what is there. But once I got here, I was like, I read his title. There's an interesting title on Bucky Brooks's mock draft. I looked over and I squinted and I vividly read it. Bucky Brooks 2025 NFL mock draft 3.0. Browns take Shedeur Sanders. All right, cool. Spoilers. But 2 running backs in top 10 picks. It does. Now I'm really curious to see what the hell going on with Bucky Brooks' mock draft, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how we're gonna do. Let me just set the rules up. Let me click that up so we're no copyright. Let me just set the rules up. Okay, what we do for mock drafts here. We're going to hyper focus on the picks prior to 12 and give analysis on if we're cool with that person being gone off the board prior to the Cowboys getting onto the clock, or if we're mad that a player was taken. And if 2 running backs going to the top 10, I would imagine that some interesting development is going on. We're going to talk about the picks leading up to the Cowboys, and then we're going to talk about the picks afterwards, and kind of talk about where our favorite players kind of fell, and why the hell they fell and how far they fell. And then at the end, I'll tell everybody as if this mock draft is BS or not.
Did you hear what I said?
So let's run it for the cardio, man. We ain't doing nothing else. Let me run this for y'all, man. We ain't doing nothing else. Now, 2 running backs in the top 10. Let's see what that looked like, Bucky Brooks. We good over here? All right, bet. All right. Less than a month away from the 2025 NFL draft. Here's my 3rd attempt at forecasting how the entire first round will play out in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not only does the projection include 3 quarterbacks amongst the first 32 picks, I do think that's important. I have been hearing the Jackson Dart hype kind of pop up a little bit, even though in my recent quarterback analysis, I'm starting to like Will Howard a little better, but it's probably gonna be Jackson Dart on here. So in the first 32 picks, he got 3 quarterbacks, but also 3 running backs with 2 ball carriers amongst the top 10 selections. Meanwhile, some notable names like Michigan cornerback Will Johnson and wide receiver Ted McMillan don't come off the board until the 20s. Now, if the Cowboys at 10 and Ted McMillan don't come off the board until the 20s, I'd have to be rather upset. So, listen, if we don't get McMillan and we don't get Genty, some names that I'm comfortable taking if those are the guys that are not on the board right now. We could talk about Tyler Booker. We could talk about Matthew Golden. If he talks about Michael Williams, I may get a little upset. But, you know, the game going to be the game. Y'all know how it go. I outside of those two names that I just mentioned, and we could call it offensive line to kind of keep it clean or whatever, because they may like Armand Mimu, they may like Kelvin Banks, I don't know, but to keep it clean, I'm thinking Tyler Booker and Matthew Golden are the only leftover names that I can really talk about with great confidence. Let me get into my big board real quick, and y'all can find this pinned on my Twitter. You can find it on my YouTube page and my Patreon. You can find it everywhere. And I'm just looking at my first round grades up here. I got 13 first round grades. I don't think the Cowboys would like Jahdae Barron in that way. Mason Graham is probably going to be gone. So yeah, Bucky Brooks. How far have we come in this world that Teteroa McMillan is projected as a 20 guy, and we talking about, well, Matthew Golden might be the pick at 12. That'll be strange. That'll be strange, but I can see it. And hey, if you're a team looking for speed, then hey, let's run for the cardio though. Let's see what you got. Hey, buddy, get your. All right, Cam Ward, Shador, because of the spoilers. Travis Hunter goes 3. Abdul Carter 4. All right, we straight. That top 4 makes sense. We ain't got to dig into these too much. We understand. We understand where we at. Mason Graham goes 5. We've been seeing that since January. We cool with that? Ashton Jeanty at 6. Fair enough. Who the hell at 7? I want to see if I can get these right. Tank fun. Let's see if I can get these right. Okay. The Jets, if I had to guess, it's either going to be the tight end, because I just been seeing that. The tight end, Tyler Warren, or it could be a defender like Michael Williams or Jalen Walker. All right, cool. Tight end Tyler Warren. We've been seeing that one. We're seeing consistency now. 18 overall. I've been seeing the Georgia kids here. It's either Michael Williams or Jalen Walker. All right, Jalen Walker, cool. We've been seeing this, and we just skipped a little far. Will Campbell to the Saints there. All right, so hey, these top guys have been what it is so far, right? Now, if Jalen Walker ends up being the pick at 8, I guess I'm cool with that. Somebody will say, well, Voch, is there anybody on the board right now that makes you nervous of the Cowboys picking him? It's definitely Michael Williams, and it would be Will Johnson, but we already got the spoiler that Will Johnson is going to be taken deep into the 20s now. He's also had a big fall from Grayson. We're just trying to see if he's going to run at any point, but it is what it is. 10th overall, we got Chicago and San Francisco. This might be your offensive line run right here. Even though Chicago went offensive line pretty heavy, they went pretty heavy O-line in free agency, but there might be still a little room for O-line help. Okay, so cool. They go Hampton. All right, so Omarion Hampton is 10th overall to the Bears here. Now, I would imagine that this comes off of the Bears possibly wanting Ashton Jeanty, and if they don't get Ashton Jeanty, they're going to get run game by any means necessary. And what this should possibly tell you, and I don't think this is too high for Hampton. I think this just is what it is. It's just where he's at. It's where we're at in the draft, process or whatever. What this should tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you are one of those people that are still holding out hope that Ashton Jeanty would fall to the Dallas Cowboys, this should give you even less hope, because now what you're seeing is that, for one, Jeanty probably is not getting past. Go back. He's not getting past Vegas. He likely won't get past the Bears. That's just letting you know what it is. Jeanty so likely won't get past the Bears. They'll take Hampton at 10. Now, this is only a mock draft, and it is what it is, but I'm just saying. At 11, I'm thinking they go O-line or they go pass rusher or something like that. I think they can use both of those guys. So Armand Mimu or Michael Williams, they could go corner and Jahdae Barron. And they go corner and Jahdae Barron. Now, mind you, I haven't seen this mock at all. It's just all right. All right, so let's talk about it. Okay, I went a little too far. Hey, look, you know why I accidentally stumbled upon the Cowboys pick? I thought I had a little more of a write-up. You know what I'm saying? You see up here, We got a couple of lines, you know what I'm saying? Well, I guess they all short. I guess all these write-ups is a sentence. I'm used to these write-ups being, all right, let me describe this pick in 4-5 sentences, man. Bucky Irvin ain't playing with y'all. We getting a sentence and we moving on. All right. So Armand Mimu, it was bound to happen at some point. With Zach Martin's retirement leaving a huge hole in Dallas's offensive line, this Missouri product could help the Cowboys get back into playing bully ball at the line of scrimmage. What Armand Mimu tape did you see? Him playing bully ball, but that's cool. What's up? Armand Mimu is much more of a finesse blocker athlete guy, which is why I'm not here for him playing guard necessarily. You know, when I talk about guards, I'm talking about Booker and them, and you know, even if you want to put Banks at guard, I can live with Banks at guard. Armand Mimu, if he plays guard for you, I hope it's with the upside that he goes and play tackle for you at some point. But I'm just not the hugest fan of him playing right guard. I want my right guards to be a little more nasty. I want those guys to drive people off the football. Armand Mimu doesn't necessarily drive guys off the football, but we'll have to keep our eyes open to see, man. I'm not familiar with I got friends that's close to the Cowboys, and they kind of forecast to us who the Cowboys like a lot. That's why you can kind of tell who the pick is going to be, like right around draft time, like right around that last week, those last couple of days going into the draft. You can kind of figure out who they'll draft if they're there. If not a big surprise, I haven't heard a thing. And me being in the building, I work in the building now. I haven't heard a thing about the Cowboys like Armand Mimu like that. I simply have not. Would I hate the pick? I wouldn't detest the pick. I wouldn't detest it. Because your right guard situation gets a little better. It's not the right guard situation that you want, but it is indeed a different right guard situation. Let's talk about the players that's after Armand Mimu, who I would rather have. Would I rather have Kelvin Banks? I would. He goes to the Dolphins. Would I rather have Tyler Booker? You bet your ass I would. I'll take Tyler Booker over Kelvin Banks and Armand Mimu and Jade. Let me see where I got Booker at. If you pull us up on the desktop, or if you pull up the Sheets app on the iPhone, you can really get the full functionality out of here. Like you can tap Tyler Booker that's on the right side of my screen right here. You see that? This is my non-quarterback big board. So I got my top 50 guys. My top 50 stops. My top 50 stops. It stops. So Charles Grant from William and Mary is my 50th player. That's where my top 50 stops. And then you can just scroll down a little bit. Ariante Ursera is the last guy we did, which these are all round 1, 2, and 3 guys. He's my 94th guy. So when I do my fourth round picks, that'll clean up my top 100 there. But man, Tyler Booker is the 8th best player in this draft for me. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Golden would have been fantastic right here. Josh Simmons would have been fantastic right here. McMillan would have been great. These are all guys that have ranked higher than Booker. Then Abuka, Barron's gone. Luther Burden, he's gonna be dropping because character issue, I would say. So he's probably gonna fall a little bit. Mike Green might slip a little bit. I think you're kind of getting into deeper territories here. But if you're at 12th overall and you have an opportunity to draft Matthew Golden, and look, the Cowboys board ain't got to be my board. My board, I'm just a dude with a camera and microphone. They ain't got to listen to me. But Simmons, my 6th player, Golden, my 7th player, Booker, my 8th player, or even Abuka, my 9th player, I think the Cowboys would have been fine taking either one of those guys. They'd have been just fine taking either one of those guys at 12 overall. Armand Mimu, who's a cool player. I just got him as my 20th guy. And listen, if you take your 20th guy at 12, that's relatively the same range, relatively. But I think those tolerances get real tight in the first round. I think in the first round, especially early in the first round, if you're at 12th overall, you should be taking the 12th best dude or close to it, 13th or even higher than that because of quarterback tax. Now, if you drafting at 55 and you get your 59th best player, then that's cool because the tolerances loosen up a little bit in the second round. But in the first, I would want to be as clean as possible, as clean as I could possibly get. But that is unfortunate. But yeah, I would have taken Kelvin Banks and Tyler Booker. I would have taken Mike Green. The Falcons come back and take him right after that. I would have taken Mike Green at 12. Walter Nolan at 12, maybe not, and Shamar Stewart at 12, maybe not. Both these guys are like flash guys. They're sometimes guys. Sometimes they look like, fantastic players. Sometimes they look like they are not. I probably would have taken Mimbo over both of these, but that's cool. That is fine. Gray Zabel, I would definitely take Mimbo over Gray Zabel because Gray Zabel is a I got Gray Zabel. Jeez Louise, dog. I got Gray Zabel as a second round guy. Yeah, man. Nah. But I wonder if somebody just likes Gray Zabel that much. I got Zabel as my 48th player. I wonder if somebody just likes Gray Zabel that much that he'll probably be a first round guy. I don't know. Jahad Campbell, I definitely would have taken Jahad Campbell over. Well, I got Jahad Campbell over Mimbo. There's Jahad Campbell right there. Yep, I got Jahad Campbell over Mimbo. There it is. Travion Henderson. He's going to be the third running back coming off the board in this particular situation. And if I'm the Cowboys, this is making my ass itch a little bit because I'm trying to get Caleb Johnson to fall to us. Because if you miss out on Genty and all those guys and Genty, Henderson, and Hampton, the next target that you're looking for is Caleb Johnson, I would say, just in my personal opinion. Missing on that one, it might hurt you a little bit, but there's your third running back and there's your third quarterback, Jackson Dart, 21 overall, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had a feeling. Editors update after the posting of this mock draft, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, Tom Peloton, or whatever, reported Russell Wilson is signing a 1-year, $10.5 million deal with the Giants. So I ain't stop you from doing that. Colston Loveland, 22 is a little high for me. Will Johnson, that might be where he goes. 24, Nick Amenawari is a little high for me. I was talking to my guy said he says that the Vikings love Nick Amenawari. So Texans to Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons to Texans at this point is perfect for them, especially losing out on Laramie. But I think Josh Simmons could have went way up top, man. I think he could have went 12, but super talented player. And I don't know where the hell this new McMillan falling comes from. Michael falling makes sense, but McMillan falling makes zero sense. Falling to 26? Him falling to 26? Adding a big body pass catcher to the lineup that already features Puka Nacua further expands the strike zone for Matthew Stafford. I mean, it expands the strike zone for any damn body. I ain't gonna lie, dog. If I walk out of this thing, man, and McMillan is 26th overall player and the Cowboys mess around and take Armand Mimu, man, now I'm on the side of the guys that are hating on offensive line in order to get wide receiver in here. Normally, I've been fighting those guys on the internet for a while, but in this particular situation, I understand it, bro. I can't take Armand Mimu in good conscience and let McMillan slip this far. I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not going to drink the McMillan ain't that guy Kool-Aid, man. I'm taking that dude and we're just going to go party. Donovan Jackson, 28 overall. That's interesting. Where do I have Donovan Jackson, the guard / tackle from Penn State? I love his film. He has fantastic film. I think he's going to be a guard for the most part. I got him as the 26 overall guy. He goes 28, so I think that's right on time where it's at. If the Cowboys, if the draft guys help us enough for Donovan Jackson to fall to 44, that'd be fantastic, man. But I think he's such a dude. I think he's gonna be out of there. Matthew Golden going 29th overall. I'm hating Bucky Brooks' mock draft. Kenny Grant going 30, fine. Derek Harmon 31, fine. And Donovan EZ from Boston College. Big fan of him. Him going 32 to the Eagles. Sure, whatever. The Eagles get another one, by the way. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Bucky Brooks' mock draft was pretty fantastic.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction.
But it is what it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, though, man. We do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central. I'm gonna try to get that time changed. I'm gonna tap in with my Bleacher Report people and see if we can get that time changed, dog. We need to talk. We need to talk. But yeah, right now it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Central. Y'all be sure to come over to Bleach Report and tap in with me. Download the Bleach Report app. Tell a friend to download the Bleach Report app. Cowboy, NFL, and NFL draft tabs. Y'all should be following all those. I pop up on all those tabs. And if you want just more of my work directly, follow me on Twitter and YouTube. All right. VOCHLOMBARDI. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Wilson and Peace Whiskey. Till next time. Salute.